27-7 overall. He's been knocked out just 3 times in his career. 2 times by Chuck Liddell, and in his last fight by Jason Lambert. How will he recover? How will he perform tonight? Mazzagatti says it is time to go. Heathe quickly with the jab.
I think we're gonna look for Babbalu to take him down as quickly as possible. David Heathe for sure wants to stand out.
David Heathe has demonstrated pretty good hands against Corey Walmsley, Victor Valimaki, and then he was frustrated, but he won't be frustrated, I don't think, tonight, because Babbalu is a gamer. He's a guy who really likes to bring it to his opponent.
Yeah, Heathe has good hands, good kicks, good angles, very comfortable in there.
And there's the takedown you predicted.
Down.
Nicely done by Babbalu. Inside the closed guard, looking to punish. Heathe started training a number of years ago when he first moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and learned that UFC veteran Mikey Burnett had a gym there. Former Lions Den fighter Mikey Burnett.
And we should say that David Heathe does have some submission skills of his own. He submitted Corey Walmsley in his first UFC bout. He's no slouch on the ground, but he prefers to stand up, especially in this fight with Babbalu.
Yeah, absolutely, because Babbalu has superior skills on the ground, especially when it comes to the grappling and the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
He's working the can opener right here. What that is it's usually a move just to get people to loosen up their guard. But you can submit a guy with that.
Good body shots. Mixing it up. In the ground and pound is Babbalu. Heath trying to do some damage from the bottom, though.
Elbows to the body by Babbalu. So far, no attempts to pass here. He might just be trying to loosen him up first.
And you know, Joe, regardless of who you are, or where you're fighting, a 10-fight win streak in mixed martial arts is impressive. And that's what Babbalu put together before he was defeated in the title fight by Liddell.
And with top flight competition.
Absolutely.
It's just, you know, the Liddell fight, here he goes with the can opener again. Now, all David Heathe has to do, well, he got his head out of there, but all he has to do to relieve pressure is scoot his hips back. Babbalu wants him to do that to open up his guard. It's primarily a method to open the guard. Good elbow from Babbalu.
Babbalu really delivering some punishment here.
David Heathe doing a pretty good job covering up. Good left hand by Babbalu from the top. David Heathe's got to control Babbalu's posture. He's going to keep eating these punches and elbows.
We saw the all-access done on Babbalu prior to the title fight. He's got great cardio.
He's had enough. He stands up, turns a corner, he's on top. He's got to watch out, though. Babbalu has an excellent guard.
Watch your head, watch your head.
John McCarthy talking about some instructions. David Heathe now in the closed guard of Renato Babbalu Sobral. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
He's looking for an omoplata on that left side. David Heath's right arm was stuck in there. He's throwing his legs up high. David Heathe pushing him up against the cage. If I was David Heathe, I would just try to get out of here.
Don't hold the fence.
Babbalu's using the cage to spin around. He's got to watch his arm. There's the omoplata on that side. He's going to get that leg around. He's got it. Grab his arm around the waist.
And he pulls it out. Nicely done by David Heathe.
Yeah, Babbalu didn't control his body there. You let him turn.
Under 90 seconds now remains in round number 1. Babbalu will try to transition from submission attempt to submission attempt, and in between he'll throw a few punches.
Good strikes from the bottom by Babbalu. I don't know why David Heathe is insisting on staying in this position. He's eating some punches from the bottom.
Good first round by Babbalu.
Make it work, guys. Make it work. Let's go.
He's trying that omoplata again. See how he shifts his hips? Whenever he can get one arm trapped on the ground, like David Heath's right arm, that arm's in jeopardy. That arm's in jeopardy of an omoplata. If he can pull his left leg over the top and turn his body to the side.
You hear the corner of Babbalu saying, pace yourself, you've won the round.
And that is the great Josh Burnett in his corner. Former UFC heavyweight champion, a great heavyweight contender in Pride, and hopefully we'll see Josh again sometime in the UFC.
Perhaps one of the next big signings by Dana White and the UFC brass.
Hopefully.
To go along with Vanderlei Silva and Brandon Vera.
and Shogun.
Shogun making his debut in Anaheim. Good first round by Babbalu.
Yeah, David Heathe is not getting anything done inside Babbalu's guard here.
Good shot there.
Right when I said that, he lands a couple of punches.
Round two, guys. You ready?
You know, it's amazing sometimes when you really break it down to see those shots coming, how well our well-trained fighters actually protect themselves on the ground, Joe. You know, you think, oh my goodness, that one's got to just rip his head off, but the guys do a great job of protecting themselves, deflecting a lot of the blows.
Yeah. Good left hook by Babbalu. Excellent left hook. And good takedown defense by David Heathe. Grabbed that underhook very quickly. Babbalu's got him pressed up against the cage. David Heathe bleeding from the nose from that left hook. Babbalu showing an improvement in his boxing skills. Oh, David Heathe allows the fight to go to the ground.
Bloodied up is David Heathe. Good elbows again by Babbalu. Babbalu
David Heath cut bad on his forehead.
Pace.
Here's a bad cut on his forehead.
Babbalu looking to finish it. Mazzagatti on top of the action.
Look at that splatter, man. That is a nasty cut.
And Heath is checking it.
I'm amazed that Mazzagatti isn't having a doctor look at that. There's blood everywhere. Whoa. That is nasty.
David Heath has been cut wide open. Now the blood's starting to go in his eyes. This one could be very close to conclusion.
It's tough to see where the injury is, where the cut is, because there's so much blood. It's tough to see how big it is. Any cut on the forehead, though, would just bleed horribly.
And he got caught by the hook, as you mentioned, Joe, but then just a barrage of blows here in Babbalu's ground and pound game.
David Heath is getting mauled here, and the blood in the eyes is not helping him.
Babbalu smells it.
Wow, he's just covered in blood.
What a survivor David Heath is here. And you said the forehead, the opening in the forehead bleeds, plus you've got all that adrenaline, your heart's a-pumping, and you just bleed.
All right, Babbalu's passing. He passed a half guard. Looks like he was trying an arm triangle on that side. It's so slippery now, it's going to be easy for him to pass to side control.
Watch the back of the head, Babbalu.
Will it be difficult for him to get a grip to submit, though, with all the slippery?
No, it actually makes it easier because it slides underneath the neck. All that blood, it's like, you know, we've seen it in fights before where guys have accidentally used Vaseline on their face. It was actually in a Pat Miletich fight against Carlos Newton. His corner put some Vaseline on him, and Carlos Newton snuck that choke in nice and easy. The sweatier you are, the easier it is to get the chokes under the arm.
Heath opened up here in the early part of round two.
That is a bloody mess of a mat.
Babbalu continuing, but Heath is intelligently defending himself, so Mazzagatti says, fight on, boys.
I mean, Babbalu just took a look at that gash. Oh, look at, I mean, that's a horror movie. What's going on, man? That's ridiculous. If you saw that in the movie, you'd be like, that's too much blood.
Dana White has often said, do you want to be a fighter? I guess these two guys answer yes, definitively. Swinging for the fences, and the finish is Babbalu. Still lots of time remains here in round two, and Heath trying to get up.
And another factor is that this is going to weaken David Heath.
Absolutely.
All this blood loss, I mean, that's real, man. It's like, I mean, when you give blood, it weakens you. And he's given a lot more. Oh, anaconda choke.
And
he's got it. He's got that gator roll deep. It's deep.
Over.
Very nice.
Babbalu has beaten David Heath.
Whoa, Babbalu did not let go and put David Heath to sleep, even after David Heath tapped.
It all started at the weigh-ins, as I mentioned, Joe.
Let's look at that again, because Babbalu felt the tap, David Heath tapped, and Babbalu gritted his teeth and hung on, even after Steve Mazzagatti tried to pull him off. He purposely punished David Heath and put him to sleep. Here's the gator roll. Watch, he's got this. He grabs a hold of it, and he rolls towards his right arm. Watch this here. Bang, and as he rolls, he tightens it in deeper. See him roll? It's deep and tight. David Heath is in deep trouble here. Now watch, David Heath taps, and Babbalu, seeing this, Steve Mazzagatti squeezes anyway, won't let go, and puts him to sleep. Let's take another look at that. The crowd is booing. David Heath is bloody, battered. He goes for the tap, and Babbalu says no. He will not let go of the choke. He's looking Steve Mazzagatti right in the eye, and he puts him to sleep.
Booing, and I think it's justifiably so.
Bad blood.
Amen. No pun intended. Babbalu